Good day and cheers from Ed over at Antique Toys. We have a Reynolds Toys book and Reynolds cast iron and aluminum, as well as did some other toys. So stay tuned for more details on this company, American company that you may not know a lot about, and a book review. So our book is 114, the edition's only 200, and it was produced by Charlie Reynolds for family documentation as well as collectors out there. And you may not recognize it, but this ends up being a toy book of toys that were purely made in America, and there's an ISBN 9780578 and so forth that you could look up later. Gives a nice introduction. But here's our table of contents. And here are acknowledgements, which goes back to a group of collectors that were wonderful. And here's a quick history. I don't want to completely steal the thunder, but I do want to give you an idea of how much went behind, how much was done by this company. And I recommend grabbing the book, Reynolds Toy business cards, and it's amazing how much was done. You start with some sketches, but then you get into mechanical banks, campaign banks. You may not have known it, but they did quite a few of those campaign banks that show up. I'm gonna skip some pages and we get into medium and large size toys. They did tinsmithing. I did not know that. A lot of these are bigger. Length is 22. A lot of these are double or triple size. The original American toys. They did trolleys, coins, hoops. Here's a nice Gothic bank. That's a George Brown style. And then there are items that weren't cataloged. I did not know about these. High wheelers, bell toys, American style, or in this case, American 10. Arch, and then I'm skipping. You've got Santas. Some of these are really nice. You've got wall-mounted bottle openers, which I'd seen. I never put together that they were Reynolds. Mechanical banks. Quarter-century bank. Mechanical bank of America, and special orders. Wow. I was particularly fascinated with the election banks and then these dealerships. And finally, well, I guess these would be still bank / paperweights that were just not on my radar. So hope everybody has a greater enjoyment. I've touched on about 5% of this book. Reynolds Toys, keeping the art alive. Charlie Reynolds. And look it up. Charlie's been selling on eBay lately. So cheers from Ed over at Antique Toys. Have a great day.